FBW fans, it is now time for your main event here at FBW Fight Night 2025. And it is Tag Team Turmoil with the first ever tag team match in FBW history. And it involves this team right here, Violence Enterprise, founded by Sam Reeves, one of the most dominant, if not the most dominant group we've ever seen in FBW. And right here, representing Violence Enterprise, we have the undisputed champion, Sam Reeves, and the United States champion, the Razor Rage, Anthony Aries. Two men who have a long history and a long friendship with each other, and so far, they have been taking over FBW. Now, this tag team match has high stakes, and that is if the team of this man right here, the class act, Raven Solis, and his partner, Chris Dynamite, if they win, Chris Dynamite goes on to WrestleBash 9 to face Sam Reeves one last time for the undisputed championship in the main event of their 9th WrestleBash FBW. And this man right here, Raven Solis, trying to call out Chris Dynamite. Now, is Chris Dynamite turning his back on Raven Solis? Is Chris Dynamite just sending... Oh no, there he is. It took a minute, but Chris Dynamite, this man right here, a legend of FBW, he's been going to war with Sam Reeves for the better part of the last few months, and every time Sam Reeves has came out victorious by some means. But Chris Dynamite, he wants the undisputed title that he never lost, because last spring, the Wolf of War, Big B, injured Chris Dynamite, and ever since then he was stripped of the undisputed title, and he's never been able to get it back. Chris Dynamite defeating Big B at last year's Battle Yard. And at Genesis, he came up short to Sam Reeves when Anthony Aries turned his back on Chris Dynamite. And then at No Love, a masked wrestler costed Chris Dynamite that opportunity. So here tonight, this tag team match, if Chris Dynamite wants to go to WrestleBash 9 after missing the last 2 WrestleBashes, he has to defeat one of the most dominant groups in FBW, Violence Enterprise. And Anthony Aries and Chris Dynamite, the 2 men starting off this tag team match. Now, this is the first ever tag team match, and most of these guys in this match has never had experience in a tag team match before. The only man being Sam Reeves, where he's competed in some tag team matches in SGW up in Georgia. But Anthony Aries, Chris Dynamite, and Raven Solis all new to this tag team stipulation. But now Anthony Aries trying to choke out Chris Dynamite, trying to choke the dream of going to WrestleBash away. But rolling up Anthony Aries, even though these 2 men have never been in tag team matches, Anthony Aries, Chris Dynamite, we know the history, knowing each other very, very well. Now at a stalemate, both men locking back up here again for the first time since FBW Karma last year, their first match on the trampoline that Chris Dynamite won, and Chris Dynamite just flooring Anthony Aries with a clothesline. Last time these 2 met was at Karma. Chris Dynamite picking up the win. But now Anthony Aries quickly hitting Chris Dynamite with a suplex.
Got this.
1, 2.
Chris Dynamite kicking out to keep his team in the fight. And now Chris Dynamite kicking Anthony Aries down. Setting up for a suplex of his own, but that was a brain buster of sorts. Just dropping Anthony Aries right on his neck. One for the cover.
2.
But Anthony Aries, after being dropped on his head, look at this replay, just right on his neck, manages to kick out and stay in the fight, and a massive punch just flooring Anthony Aries. Anthony Aries has a big-time match up against Raven Solis at WrestleBash 9. We saw that confirmed at No Love in February. But wait, what is this? Chris Dynamite trying to mock Sam Reeves with a final judgment. The final judgment, the move that put Chris Dynamite away at Genesis.
1, 2.
In the first meeting between Chris Dynamite and Sam Reeves. Anthony is trying to tag in Sam Reeves, but Chris Dynamite blocking him. But Sam Reeves with a low blow.
Hello, Chris.
With a low blow, and now what is Anthony Aries trying to take advantage with? Trying to go for a stomp. And Chris Dynamite setting up for a massive drop kick that takes down Anthony Aries. And a spear. Shades of the Wolf of War, Big B, who most of these men have history with. Sam Reeves trying to get the attention of Anthony Aries. Chris Dynamite trying to just mock Anthony Aries, who wants to tag Sam Reeves into this match. And now what is Anthony Aries going for here? Picking up Chris Dynamite with a slam. And a leg drop right to the back of the neck of Chris Dynamite. Chris Dynamite choosing Draven Solis, as he saw was his only option. Can Draven Solis and Chris Dynamite, two men who don't have any history together, can they stay on the same page? And Chris Dynamite tags in Draven Solis, one of the most egotistical maniacs that we've seen in FBW, gets tagged into the match. We're going to see if he can help stay on the same page with Chris Dynamite as he floors Anthony Aries with a DDT. And Draven Solis stopping a tag to Sam Reeves. And he's going for another DDT, but Anthony Aries flips Draven Solis right over. And now Sam Reeves is in this match. Trying to go for a stomp. He calls the end. And he stomps on Draven Solis. Sam Reeves, the current undisputed champion. He's been champion since November when he defeated former champion Ryan Blade for the undisputed title at FBW Endgames 2024. And now Sam Reeves and Chris Dynamite going for blows in the center of the ring. And now all members of both teams are in the ring. Bonsage Price has both men down. And Chris Dynamite gets thrown out the ring. And Sam Reeves is just picking apart Draven Solis. Sam Reeves, they call him the devil himself. Playing mind games and just picking apart Draven Solis, as he has Draven Solis now in an armbar. If Draven Solis taps out, he causes Chris Dynamite's WrestleBash 9 match away. Draven Solis rolling up Sam Reeves, but Sam Reeves kicks out. And now Chris Dynamite has been tagged in. And Draven Solis trying to help Chris Dynamite, but Anthony Aries now in. And now all of these men coming to blows. And now Anthony Aries trying to drag Draven Solis out of the trampoline. But Anthony Aries gets thrown out and just being stomped on by Draven Solis. And now Chris Dynamite in the center of the ring, now locked in an armbar by Sam Reeves. Sam Reeves really trying to take the arm out.
1, 2.
But Sam Reeves kicks out of a roll-up of 10. Sam Reeves trying to tag in Anthony Aries, but Anthony Aries was taken out by Draven Solis. We see Anthony Aries there trying to recover.
There you go.
And now a suplex to Sam Reeves from Chris Dynamite. Anthony Aries trying to get Sam Reeves to tag him in. And now this is vintage Chris Dynamite with the Dragon Wing stretch. The Dragon Wing stretch. Is Sam Reeves going to tap out? Anthony Aries trying. And Anthony Aries manages to tag himself in. And now it is Chris Dynamite and Anthony Aries once again. And Anthony Aries shoving Draven Solis, who's the outside member of the team of Chris Dynamite. And Anthony Aries trying to get a cheap shot in. But Chris Dynamite drops the leg down low.
It's fun now. It's fun now.
And Chris Dynamite tagging in Draven Solis. So far, these two men have been a very perfect team here. And now what is this? Are we looking at a double Draven Solis special? Rolling up the fingers and a double finger poke. Anthony Aries tagging out. He is blinded by that double Solis special. And now it is Sam Reeves and Draven Solis once again here in this tag team match. And we see this replay. Anthony Aries could be blinded for good after that double finger poke. But Draven Solis taking advantage by going down low with the drop kick to the leg. Both men trying to grapple for control here down on the mat. And now Draven Solis with revenge, having an armbar locked in on Sam Reeves of his own, trapping the arm. Anthony Aries grabbing a cookie sheet from under the ring. Draven doesn't say any, throws to cookie sheet right at the skull of Draven Solis. And Chris Dynamite now taking Anthony Aries out in their corner. Draven Solis has a cookie sheet, but Sam Reeves is trying to help out Anthony Aries as he gets rid of Chris Dynamite. And I believe there was a tag made. Draven Solis trying to kick that cookie sheet into the face of Anthony Aries. And an Enziguri. An Enziguri taking down Anthony Aries. And an elegant elbow.
1, 2.
And Sam Reeves throwing a cookie sheet again at Draven Solis. Now Anthony Aries taking it to Draven Solis with the cookie sheet. Getting fired up after taking the brunt of the damage for Violent Enterprise in this match. Just taking out both men with the cookie sheet. Anthony Aries has seen a double Solis special. Low blows, a brain buster, and now suplexing Draven Solis in the center of the ring. The Razor Rage is a man you do not want to mess with. And now what is Anthony Aries going for? Is he going for vintage Anthony Aries? And he has a Koji clutch locked in. A Koji clutch locked in on Draven Solis. This is shades of vintage Anthony Aries, but Chris Dynamite breaking up the submission. And now Sam Reeves is in the ring, targeting Chris Dynamite, and a stomp to Chris Dynamite. And now Sam Reeves exiting the ring. And now Anthony Aries with an elbow drop to the back of the skull, preventing Draven Solis from trying to tag in Chris Dynamite. And what is this? And a final judgment by Anthony Aries, paying homage to his tag team partner. But Chris Dynamite manages to tag in. But Chris Dynamite, he wants Sam Reeves, the man who he wants to take the title from. But Anthony Aries with a flying clothesline, taking down Chris Dynamite. And he hits a stomp. And now he tags in Sam Reeves. Going for a cover.
1, 2.
But Chris Dynamite kicks out. And now what is this? Anthony Aries handing Sam Reeves his chain. A chain that has turned the tides for many matches so far with Anthony Aries. And striking Chris Dynamite right off the skull. And now going for the cover.
1, 2.
But Chris Dynamite kicks out. Chris Dynamite really wants this WrestleBash 9 match with Sam Reeves. And rolling up Sam
1,
Reeves.
2.
But Sam Reeves kicks out. And what is this? Anthony Aries now choking Chris Dynamite with his chain. But Draven Solis coming to save Chris Dynamite. So far, Draven Solis and Chris Dynamite has been working perfect as a team. The ego of Draven Solis has been put in check for this tag team match with Chris Dynamite. And now what is Chris Dynamite going for here? Chris Dynamite choking Sam Reeves with the chain of Anthony Aries. Choking him with the chain of his own tag team partner. Is Sam Reeves going to tap out? But no, a strike right to the back of the skull. So far, Chris Dynamite has not been able to get the upper hand on Sam Reeves this entire field, but Sam Reeves spears Chris Dynamite from midair.
1, 2.
Shades of the man who he kicked out of Violence Enterprise, the monster who he created, Big B, just spearing Chris Dynamite out of mid-air. Big B being injured after Sam Reeves kicked him out of Violence Enterprise. But now both men trying to tag in their tag team partners. And now Draven Solis and Chris Dynamite are now the legal members. And both men coming to blows. Anthony Aries just striking him down. And with a running bulldog. Now what is Anthony Aries going for here? Trying to lock in the Curse of Aries. But Draven Solis trying to fight out of the Curse of Aries, a move that has made many victims pass out, but couldn't get it locked in. So Anthony Aries transitions to a crossface, a cursed crossface. Is Draven Solis going to tap out here at Fight Night right before WrestleBash 9, their major United States title match? But Draven Solis rolling up Anthony Aries. But Anthony Aries kicks out. And just Draven Solis kicking down Anthony Aries. And a double clothesline, taking both men down. This tag team match, the first in FBW history, has been very chaotic all over the place. And now both Anthony Aries and Draven Solis trading strikes here at FBW Fight Night in Tag Team Turmoil. And as they're trading strikes, Chris Dynamite and Sam Reeves battling it out in the background. Chris Dynamite taking out Sam Reeves with the cookie sheet. And Anthony Aries, he has the razor clutch locked in. But Chris Dynamite saves Draven Solis with a cookie sheet. The razor clutch, a move that has made the Wolf of War, Big B, pass out at FBW Holiday Havoc. We have seen with the submission holds of Anthony Aries what they can do. Both men getting back up in the center of the ring. And another stomp, driving the skull of Draven Solis into the mat. And now dragging Draven Solis in the center for a cover.
2.
And now Chris Dynamite taking it to Anthony Aries, the man who he took out. And Anthony Aries joined Bonds Enterprise. And what is this? Going for a deal breaker! A deal breaker, and now Draven Solis picking up the scraps with a cover.
1, 2.
But Anthony Aries kicks out.
You got this?
Chris Dynamite now being tagged into this match. Anthony Aries realizing that Sam Reeves has been taken out. And now what is this? Going for another suplex to Anthony Aries. And Sam Reeves has got up, striking Chris Dynamite. And what is this? A faith breaker out of nowhere. And Sam Reeves gets tagged back into this match. Anthony Aries with a faith breaker. Now what is Sam Reeves going for here? And another stomp to Chris Dynamite. A faith breaker and a stomp. Anthony Aries and Chris Dynamite communicating plans. Formulating a plan. That is what Violence Enterprise does best. And now Sam Reeves talking shit to Draven Solis. And now what is Sam Reeves setting Chris Dynamite up for here? But wait, Chris Dynamite fighting back. Chris Dynamite striking Sam Reeves. And now both men trading strikes here at Fight Night with the WrestleBash 9 main event looming up in the air. And what is this? And a deal breaker to Sam Reeves. Draven Solis looks like he's trying to tag, but Draven Solis tags himself in. Chris Dynamite had the match won, but Draven Solis tagging himself in. This is Chris Dynamite's WrestleBash 9 match up in the air. But wait, what is this? Chris Dynamite hitting Draven Solis with a soulless deal breaker. And now Chris Dynamite dragging Draven Solis to his corner, and he tags himself in, taking out his own tag team partner. And Anthony Aries now in the ring with the United States title, and a money shot, a dragon's claw, staggering Anthony Aries. And wait, what is that? And a dynamite cutter to Anthony Aries.
1, 2, 3.
And the $1 Million Call wins the first ever tag team match. And Chris Dynamite is going to WrestleBash 9 to face Sam Reeves one last time for the Undisputed Championship.